If you are at war with losing weight, you may want to try some appetite suppressants to control your eating. And like all other products, there are a lot of these on the market. However, going natural is what we most likely recommend. You may be careful about your calorie consumption during the day, but those minor hunger aches between mealtime can effortlessly spoil your weight loss goal. The most convenient way to remain on track is to try appetite suppressants. This video lists the top 6 natural appetite suppressants that you can include in your weight loss program to continue to be on track. Kindly subscribe to our channel and like our video. Natural appetite suppressants inhibit your urge for food and stop you from spree eating. They work in extraordinary ways, either through facilitating your craving, plugging up the absorption of some food nutrients, or intensifying the number of calories you burn. Coming from the bottom 6. Here are the top 6 natural appetite suppressants to include in your diet. Number 6. Green tea extract. How to use it? Have 200 to 250 milliliters of green tea extract twice every day for effective results. Green tea extract is greatly recommended for weight loss and gives many tremendous health benefits. Green tea extract is an excellent fat burner and appetite suppressant. It incorporates 2 main compounds, which helps in the weight loss process: caffeine and catechins. Caffeine is a common stimulant that heightens fat's burning and suppresses appetite. At the same time, catechins increase metabolism and decrease fat. Number 5. Caralluma Fimbriata. How to use it? It should be taken in doses of 500 milligrams twice daily. Caralluma Fimbriata is an herb that has historically been used to quell appetite and enrich endurance. It is trendy in India for its appetite suppressant effect. It's believed that compounds in Caralluma Fimbriata can make the circulation of serotonin in the brain more prominent, which has been proven to reduce carb intake and suppress appetite. Taking Caralluma reduces anxiousness and anxiety tears while decreasing food intake, the feeling of hunger, and waist size. Number 4. Griffonia simplicifolia 5-HTP. How to use it? Take from 300 to 500 milligrams once each day or in divided doses. We advise you to take it with meals to enhance the feeling of fullness. Griffonia simplicifolia is a plant recognized for prevailing as one of the pleasant natural origins of 5-hydroxytryptophan, 5-HTP. 5-HTP is a compound that changes into serotonin in the brain. An improvement in serotonin degrees has been evident to impact the brain through repressing appetite. Thus, 5-HTP helps weight loss by curbing carb intake and hunger levels. Nevertheless, supplementation with 5-HTP appears to produce some nausea and stomach discomfort throughout extended use. It may also increase the chance of serotonin syndrome when blended with other antidepressants. Remember to seek advice from your healthcare provider before taking in Griffonia simplicifolia. Number 3. Gymnema Sylvestre. How to use it? Take 100 milligrams, 3 to 4 instances daily if it's capsules. When in powder, start with 2 grams and pass up to 4 grams if no side effects are experienced. If it's an aromatic beverage, boil leaves for 5 minutes and steep for 10 to 15 minutes before drinking. Gymnema Sylvestre is an herb usually regarded for its anti-diabetic properties. However, it may as well aid in weight loss. Its energetic compounds, recognized as gymnemic acids, have been proven to block the sweetness of food. In other words, eating Gymnema Sylvestre can minimize the taste of sugar in the mouth and combat sugar cravings. Similarly, gymnemic acids can bind to sugar receptors in the intestine, preventing the absorption of sugar in the blood. This herb assists in preserving low blood sugar levels and avoiding carb storage as fat. Try to eat these suppressants with food, as slight stomach soreness may also appear if taken on an empty stomach. Number 2. Glucomannan. How to use it? Start at 1 gram 3 times a day, 15 minutes to an hour earlier than a meal. Increasing your fiber intake is a terrific way to manipulate your urge for food and lose weight. And of all the best-known soluble fibers, Glucomannan seems to be the most superb for weight loss. It each reduces the urge for food and decreases food intake. Glucomannan can also absorb water and become a viscous gel, bypassing digestion and getting the colon enormously intact. The bulking property of glucomannan assists in boosting the feelings of fullness and delaying stomach emptying. This can help limit food consumption and help weight loss. Besides, glucomannan may help minimize the absorption of protein and fats and regulate blood sugar levels. It's quintessential to take it with 1 to 2 glasses of water or other liquid. Number 1. Fenugreek. How to use it? Start with 2 grams if it's a whole seed and cross up to 5 grams. Start with a 0.5 gram dose and amplify to 1 gram after a couple of weeks when it's in capsule form. Fenugreek is an incredible herb from the legume family. After being dried and ground, the seeds are the traditionally used part of the plant. It is broadly used in Indian food for adding taste and is also recognized for its medicinal properties. The tiny yellow seeds consist of 45% fiber, which is insoluble. However, they additionally include soluble fiber, inclusive of galactomannan. Thanks to its excessive fiber content, fenugreek has provided medicinal benefits such as blood sugar regulation, cholesterol reduction, and appetite control. Fenugreek functions by lowering stomach emptiness and delaying carb and fat absorption. This interprets the reduced urge for food and better blood sugar control. Research has it that fenugreek is secure and has few or no side effects. Certain natural herbs and plants have been tested to promote healthy weight loss. They work by lowering appetite, increasing fullness level, slowing stomach emptying, blocking off the absorption of nutrients, and influencing appetite hormones. While results may vary by individuals, these suppressants appear to be suitable for those searching for a more excellent herbal approach to weight loss. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification button, and like our video. Thanks for watching.